Alright guys, so we're back. The SS is back in here for knock sensors. This time apparently it's both knock sensor codes. So I don't know. Wayne's checking wiring and stuff now. That's why I kind of just wanted to do the wire harness last time. Because it kind of would have let us, because now we don't know. Now is the new harness bad or the knock sensors bad? So when you change a whole bunch of stuff at one time, opposed to just changing one thing, you can figure out what the constant is and you can figure out what the change is. But thankfully it's not that big of a deal to get the intake back off. It's not that difficult of a job, so we're going to end up having to swap some stuff around once he figures out if the wires going to the PCM are okay. So he's just in here now ohming stuff and trying to figure out what's going on. But my guess is we're going to end up pulling the intake back off and swapping sensors and see if that solves the issue. I don't know guys, I guess we're going to go for a ride. I don't really know what to say, but it's very odd to have 6 different parts fail in the exact same way. So I'm going to move the Prius and then I guess we're going to take her for a spin. Alright, so we had to pull over and clear the code because he said it's not doing it. So being with the code on, it may have went into a fail-safe mode or a limp mode type of thing, because I mean you could blow an engine up with too much timing at the wrong time. So yeah, but according to the computer he's got here, it showed it was putting a decent amount of timing in it.
Want me to go back into it?
No, well we can watch it when we're going up the hill here.
I mean I have to get back into it so it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean it showed. Now, I don't know, this is the first time I've ever seen this machine he's got here. He got it from a friend, but it showed like almost 30 degrees of timing, which I would consider pretty good. It was 16 at idle, so
here we go.
I don't know.
It's working now.
Yeah, so...
Alright, here it goes. I'm going to see if it does.
We'll let you guys watch that and we'll listen.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end. Been a good friend.
They were saying, I didn't know if it was a bad transfer case, but I hear it up here. If you lean this way a little bit more and listen down by the floorboards is where I hear it. Right?
It sounds, honestly...
But you hear it now.
Yeah, but it sounds like... It sounds like air coming off your roof and hitting your box.
No, it did before the box. I hear it down here and it sounds like on the floor. That's why I wanted you with, I didn't know where you hear it from.
Yeah, I hear it from like transmission, I would say.
I was almost thinking flex plate problem.
That's like a grinding kind of noise. That's not... I mean, I never heard ping before. I don't know what that...
I tried looking it up. Yeah, ping sounds like how they describe engine ping. A professional way of describing engine ping sounds like marbles in a empty coffee can.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that that's what that sounded like.
But I just played Google Boy on this, and I seen stuff with transfer case noise.
Well, these are known to have transfer case issues.
Problems, exhaust rattles.
To be honest,
flex plate noise.
It sounds like when you're connecting a battery. That little like fuzz you get.
Little, first.
Yeah, the static, I guess you would say. Yeah. That's what it sounds like to me.
But you notice it's only under load, and I can see if it gets worse unhooking the knock sensors. I can pull over somewhere and try it. Alright, it's disconnected now.
Not according to your graph, it ain't.
It's disconnected.
Well, it's reading something.
Well, I can't go. I don't have a PID for knock sensors or knock sensor noise.
It's adjusting. It's adjusting your freaking advance right now.
Yeah, it looks different. So I can't.
Yeah, did the same thing. Went up to 27 when you got on it. You'll get off it, it'll drop to 16-ish. But this is, yeah, this is just reading your advance.
Mm-hmm. Might not even really. Now it's. Close your window just for a second. Now it's really. Now it's pinging like crazy. It has to be engine ping. Wasn't that bad earlier until I disconnected it.
Yeah, but why is your computer still demanding 40 degrees of timing?
See, I wish I could look at. I don't have a PID for it. I'll look when we get back, but I could not find a PID for, you know, retard advance and.
Yeah, but this is your total. This is your
that's
total
everything.
advance.
But you can look at knock sensor noise, but I can't look at that with. I don't have that PID.
Yeah, but regardless of all that, why is your computer still demanding that much freaking
Advance without the knock sensors even hooked up?
Yeah.
Got good wiring to the PCM.
Got good wiring to the knock sensors. And you got knock sensors that are doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
3 different sets of them now.
Yeah, the original set, the Napa set, and this set. Rich, they're showing rich right now.
So he found the knock retard, which should be pulling timing back, and I think that's why...
Even under load, too. Maybe that's why I got a false misfire code, too.
It never moves. Yeah, see, it stays on 0. So that's why, what I believe... Yeah, see, he's power braking it right now, and it's not even doing anything.
Let me shut it off.
So, what I believe is happening, we'll find out, but he's getting a ping because the motor is putting too much advance in, there's too much ignition in, and the knock sensors aren't kicking it out and retarding the timing, which is giving you the ping, because they're supposed to be able to moderate the amount of ignition and everything that's going on. So if they're not moderating the ignition and the computer's doing whatever it wants, that's where we're getting the ping from, I believe. We will find out, because we have to get this thing fixed. But I think that's going to be what our problem is. Now how, I don't know how this is possible, but we're going to have to look into it and talk to some people and see what they say. Alright guys, so we're working on the father-in-law's Chevy, and actually I'm going to buff these headlights for him because they look like crap, and really that's a safety thing. It's getting close to failing inspection. It feels like it's on the inside, but I'm going to give him a quick buff and see what I can get there. But we got an oil filter, so Wayne's going to go under there, and he's going to pull the drain plug out and pull the oil filter off. I'm just kind of getting stuff set up for him to keep everything rolling. And then once he's out of here and out of my way, I'm going to change the air filter, and then he's going to go to the back and do the brakes. And also the valve, which we had, that's the whole reason it's here, and we found everything else that's going to fail for inspection. So I got a sweet deal, got everything off Amazon. Some of the stuff, yeah, like, guys, if you shop on Amazon, this is used, okay? This is used. That's why I got this thing so cheap, it's not even funny. That's used. Can you tell? That's used. So when you're shopping on Amazon, used basically means that something happened to the box. It got crunched a little bit. I don't know. But anyway, so that's that. And I also ordered in, because we had to use the bulbs. If you remember the other video, I had to order some orange ones in because we're out of stock. So I'll put that in the stockpile. Wayne's going to get her all drained up. Alright guys, so Wayne's going back there. You're going to need, I think I showed this in another video, just a T20. And I think I only tightened up one of these just to, so when we're moving it around and stuff, we're not, you know, getting like pine needles and leaves and stuff in there. So, oh, this one must have got in a thread or something. Alright, so we're just going to slip this out of here. Alright guys, so here you can see the difference between the new one and the old one. Yeah, pretty gross, right? So we got some leaves and stuff in here. I'm just gonna pick out. Not too bad. So slam this guy back in. And then you just want to tighten your screws back up. Now this one, when we got it here, the two bottom bolts were not tightened. I am going to tighten them because you want a good seal on this box. You do not want any dirty air going into your engine. And if you don't have this box tight, you're not sealing it, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So you have 4 screws to hold them down. GM put them there for a reason. And we're going to use them all.
I think it's empty.
Yeah, that's pretty empty. There we go. Took almost a whole gallon of coolant. Alright guys, so we're going to clean these headlights up a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy, but I want to make them look a little better. So basically just get a 3-inch buffer kit. I got it at Harbor Freight like 7 years ago for 10 bucks. Get yourself some McGuire's Plastic X. Put it on your sponge or your applicator. Rub it around a little bit so you don't make a huge mess. Guys, just make sure you wipe up the excess wax. Normally I'll lay something on it and tape it off, but her dad really isn't that fussy about his truck. So just wipe it off and you'll be good. But there we are. Much better, right?
And that's in the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end. Been a good friend.
Alright guys, I just take one of the fluffy pads, and once the wax dries, I just hit it again. Bam! And then I'll just do one final wipe off, make sure I got everything. And we'll be good to go for a while. Bam!
We're kind of modifying here. What you gotta do is connect these two, so I just found a piece of hose. I don't know what size it is, just whatever fit. 1/2 inch.
Basically just going to make a union out of rubber. Because the other one, you know, it's, if you ever saw the GM fuel lines, and they put the plastic over, then they do like a heat shrink kind of thing with it, they heat it up. So we just basically had to cut it off.
Show them, it broke off when I was trying to get it off there.
yeah, broke off, you're never really going to be able to get that off. So you're better off just cutting it and then just making a union, because it doesn't hold pressure or anything. It's just a vent, so it just has the seal basically, which rubber will do that. We'll put some clamps on there and we'll be good to go. Because this one, you can see it doesn't have the ripples even, so even if you got it off, you'd still have to cut it because the other end is so much bigger that you would get off of that side. So now we're just going to slide the rubber on here, clamp it, slide the rubber on the other side like he did, and we probably might not have to clamp that.
It's tight fit, so move it up.
I normally just spit on him, but he uses the lube, what is it, Tri-Guard something or other?
Yes, any kind of silicone.
Anything that's not going to eat the
Or
hose.
like even Vaseline will probably freaking work.
Vaseline does work for lube, I heard.
Disgusting.
Let me see if I have it. I'm probably just gonna put zip ties around it. Put this guy in place under the truck and hope it works.
Alright guys, so Wayne put the oil filter on the bottom and put the plug back in. So I'm going to dump the oil in. It calls for 6 quarts. So that's what I'm going to throw in it. Maybe a little bit extra since it seems to have bad valve seals. It likes to blow a whole bunch of oil at startup out the tailpipe. But here we go. Good old Walmart oil. Best stuff you can buy. It's actually made by Coastal. For you people commenting now that Walmart oil is junk, it's actually made by Coastal, one of the biggest oil producers in the world. So you can stop that if you'd like, or you can let me know how I'm an idiot. That's fine. Just the fumes smell disgusting that are coming out of this engine just from me dumping the oil in. Oh, guys, please change your oil. I don't ever change my oil, and it doesn't ever smell like this. This is bad. All right, we'll let that drain a little bit. So we have our 6 quarts of heavy-duty Walmart oil in there. Now I will check the dipstick. I bet you it's still black, because this thing was so disgusting. I bet you that new oil just picked up globs of dirt on the way down. Oh yeah, look how freaking dark that is already. Let me give it a clean sweep. Yep, says we're a little bit over full, which is fine. Like I said, it burns oil. We still didn't start it to get the oil in the filter and all that. We don't fill filters when we put them on, so that'll be fine. And then of course the 710 cap. There we go.
That one doesn't say 710 on it.
Yeah, but that's the saying.
Yeah, I know the saying.
You have to be old to know that.
I know the saying. It spells it's oil backwards. I'm not a retard.
So we have it hooked up to the scan tool. P0449 is the code we had for the vent control system, which is the part that was froze you saw in the last vlog and a little bit earlier. So everything's set up except the ones blinking, which are CAT and EVAP. So what we have to do now is delete this code. Maybe. There we go. And I want to delete them all. So erase was successful. Perfect. Now we're going to go back in there and see what we got. Because since this is an 01 or newer, I can only have one of these not set up at the top. There we go. So basically I need to set up 3 more of these in order to get it through for inspection, which is what it needs to now. So we're going to go pick up the Jeep and we're going to see how many of these we can get set up.